Alright, today we're doing a different style kind of video. We are going to be working on an old Jeep that's been sitting in one of my family members' backyards for an unknown amount of time. When we get there, I'll ask him about how long it's been sitting, but all I know is that it's been sitting for a long time. I do have a little bit of information about it, and that it's locked up. I don't know if it's from mechanical failure or from it sitting for a long time, but the motor is solid. I went ahead and put a ratchet on it on the crank bolt and tried to spin it last night while we were there, and it did move. I put all 135 pounds of myself on that thing. It did not budge, didn't even tighten the bolt. So today we're gonna go and just kind of monkey around with it and see what we can get going on. So you never know. Sometimes motors stay stuck forever, sometimes you get motors unstuck. And it depends. If it's been sitting for a long time, got a little bit of moisture in there, got a little bit of a rust ridge, then maybe you can free that up and it'll run again. But if it's like thrown a rod internally or dropped a valve or some crazy stuff like that, then yeah, it's stuck forever. So we'll see. And yeah, let's get there and let me show you what it looks like. So here we are. I don't know what year it is, but I know it's an XJ, and I know it's got a inline 6 4-liter, and it's 4-wheel drive. It is mostly solid. It's got some rust on the doors, and all the interior is there. It's a little rough. It's got a big ass hitch. Oh my god. But yeah. Oh, eviction notice, buddy. Time to go. Time to go. Whatever. He wants to be. Ooh, I don't like that. That is not something I like. So if you read the sticker, this is a 88. Oh shit, there's a wasp. Be gone, please. Please be gone. Please don't make me kill you. I don't want to kill you, but I will. Fucking bitch. I'm one shoeless. Fuck, he's trying to get me. So up underneath the hood, it's mostly complete, minus battery, and it's missing the airbox, which it might be in it. I don't know. We gotta look, but yeah. Let me get a wrench on that and show you guys that this thing is locked up. All right, so I'm gonna try to get down in here, put this on here, and show you guys that this thing is mega stuck. So it doesn't move. It's very much happy where it's at. So here's where we're at. I have a little concoction called Marvel's Mystery Oil. And I've seen this thing do some crazy stuff. So we're gonna take that, take all the spark plugs out, inspect them, and then pour this down in there and let it sit. And yeah, see if the motor frees up in a couple hours or 24 hours. And if it doesn't, then that's the end of this. But if it does, then we'll continue to see if it tries to start. If it doesn't, we gotta find a motor. So let's do it. Well, I'm gonna have to take these off to get access to the spark plugs underneath, but I was like, oh, let's check the coolant and check this out, and it's green. It's not bad. It looks pretty good. So we'll save that for later. But I was like, oh, I might as well check the oil too. So let's see what kind of stuff's in here. And it looks like oil. Smells like gas, but not like milkshake. So I don't think it has a blown head gasket. Maybe the oil looks like it was changed as soon as it was sparked. So let's get this stuff out of the way, get the plugs out. So yeah, I'm gonna knock these out of the way. And then I'm gonna number all these because God knows I'm not gonna forget where they go. I'm gonna forget where they go. And yeah, so let's do that. Well, that's annoying. I guess I'm gonna lose all the coolant. Oh well, we'll get more. Just got all the wires out and labeled. And I am going to take the plugs out now. This back one didn't even have a boot on it. It was just that wrapped around the top of the plug. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we're just gonna put this back over there where get in your home, your temporary home. And now we're gonna take the plugs out because we can get to them, and we're gonna evaluate what they look like and then dump that stuff down the app, see what happens. getting all the plugs out here. They're all coming out fairly easy. It's a pretty straightforward motor to work on, but they're not that tight. I'm interested to see what they all look like, because I pulled out, let's see, I pulled out number 1, and it looks fine. Doesn't look like there's any rust or anything in that cylinder, so that cylinder's okay. But gotta see what the rest of these look like, so let's get them out and check them all out. So here are all the plugs from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. None of them look a little moist except 5. It has what smells like some sort of concoction of WD-40, PB Blaster, I don't know. Maybe that's our problem cylinder, I don't know. But I don't have a bore scope, so I can't really look down in there. I do have my flashlight that I'm gonna shine down in there and just look and see if I can see anything, but who knows. So we're just gonna put this Marvin mystery oil in there after we look in there with a flashlight and pray. So I don't really expect anything out of this, or expect this motor to ever be good again, but you never know. Cylinder 1 looked pretty good, and cylinder 2 looks good. Cylinder 3, it's a little damp in there. I don't know if it's rust or if it's oil. Not sure, can't tell. Don't have a bore scope. Cylinder 4, let's see, cylinder 4. Cylinder 4 is at the very bottom of its bore. I can't, oh, it looks a little greasy in there, not bad. Cylinder 5 is at top dead center, and it is greasy. It doesn't look exploded in there. I can see piston, and I can't see in 6. 6 is way tucked back there. So they don't look terrible. So I have hope that this might spin again. And it could just be a locked up water pump or power steering pump or something. You never know. I'm gonna bust this belt off just now. I just thought of that, and see. It could be fine. But yeah, so we'll get to it. I just had a thought that maybe I could put big leverage down here on it and get it to spin over. Nope. It is tightening the bolt and loosening the bolt and tightening the bolt again. All right, so yeah, this thing is locked up really tight. So yeah, so if it does break free, then this Marvin mystery oil stuff works great. So you got the funnel here. Apparently this cap is smarter than me. Now it's gone forever. All right. So, Marvin mystery oil. It's a mystery. I don't know. That's what Vice Grip Garage says. It's a mystery. I don't know what's in it. Neither do I. So here we go. I'm gonna pour a little bit down in this cylinder. That stuff's thick. Into the hole it goes. Where it ends, no one knows. Okay, got some in there. Oh, my funnel's not gonna work good for here. Oh, maybe it'll work there. No, this funnel sucks. I'll be back. Hold on. Where's the lid? Oh, the lid was found. Things are looking great already. Okay, move this radiator hose out of the way. Are we down in the hole? I think we are good enough. Let's see, will it go down into the cylinder from there? What the hell? I'm about to lose this cap again for good. While pushing turn. Just break the cap off like that. And now it's stuck on there. How do I? Oh my God. He-Man must have tightened that. Jesus. Is it making it into the cylinder? Yes, it is. Oh, that one was full quite quickly. All right, that one will spin at top dead center. Going to cylinder 3. Drink up. You're gonna need it. You know, that's what they say, apparently. I don't know if you're actually gonna need it. Okay, all these hoses and shit are in the way. You need to move. Ah. Oh, mama. Nice lady. You? Not so much. Okay, get into the hole. Get into the hole. I think we're lined up. So number 4, gonna get some glug glug. Oh yeah. Get in there. Okay. Número 6. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. 6. 6. We're on 5. I can't count. Cylinder 5 looks like it is full of the brim to with something. Okay. It's full of room with this shit. It smells good. It smells like... What does it smell like? It smells like medicine, but the candy that tastes like medicine, like a peppermint kind of candy, like those ones that you always see on people's desks and you don't know where they ever come from, but they're always there, and they have those like little cylinder circle peppermints. That's what that stuff smells like. Makes me want to drink it, but don't drink it. It's not good for you. At least I don't know. It could lubricate your insides, but it could be your final lubrication, you know. Then you're done for. I think I got the funnel in here. Let's try it. Nope, straight to the ground. All right, this stuff's expensive. I don't want to waste it. Come on, funnel bend. I should have brought a smaller funnel. Okay. Think I'm in the hole now. Let's check it out. Straight to the floor again. Yes, now we're in there. You should see how I've got the funnel all bent like a crazy noodle. Yes, now it's going in cylinder there. Let's give this one extra because I'm feeling generous. All right, got a little bit left. I think it was cylinder 5 that was looking kind of crusty. So I'm gonna give cylinder 5 a little bit extra. You know, it probably needs it. So cylinder 5, it's your lucky day. You looked the worst, so you're gonna get extra. I think cylinder 5 was at top dead center too. So I think it's full. Yes, it is. It came right out this side. Okay, cylinder 3 gets the rest. Lucky day, cylinder 3. You're the easiest one to get to. All right, that's all that stuff. Now my hands are a freaking mess. I need something to wipe my hands with. I'll be back. So I just came back out from talking to him, and he said that it drove and parked here, and it sat for a while, and he tried to come start it, and it was seized. So I think there's a very good chance that this motor could unseize and rotate again, but he doesn't really seem like he wants to sell it to me. He wants me to fix it for him, and he keep it for himself, so we'll see about that. But I do want this little thing. It's 4-wheel drive, it's automatic. He said it was pretty good, so it'd be a cool little toy to have. All right, I'm gonna put PB blaster in each one of these holes now, and then I'm gonna screw the plugs back in, let it sit overnight, and then come back tomorrow. I might pull the valve cover off and just look in there and see what it looks like, but the oil looked really clean, so I'm gonna assume the inside of the motor is really clean. I could pull the oil cap off. It does look bad in there. A little sludgy, but it's not rusty. It just looks dry, like it hasn't had oil in years, so probably get this thing going. So I want to put some PB blaster in here and then get out of here. So here it'll sit overnight with that stuff in there, but I wanted to check out the rest of the car, see what's going on in here. Oh, big old wasp nest. I don't know if you see that. Yeah, get away from me. I'm not trying to get fucking stung. I'm gonna go get my eviction notice. I'll be right back. Got a good old can of eviction notice right here. So let's see if we can make this stuff work. It works pretty well with all sorts of rodents and pests. And you can see that wasp nest right there. I'm gonna just, fuck. That pissed them off. They didn't like that. So yeah, hopefully that evicted them. Yeah, I think they're grounded. This stuff, they do not like this shit. Oh yeah, look at that. One of them flew away. But if you look down there, they are dropping like flies. So hopefully that is all of them gone. So I'm gonna keep my eviction notice on standby. And if I need more of it, I'll get more of it. Looks like he's just been using this thing for storage. It's locked. Storing all kinds of crap in there. How many miles does it have on it? 187,000. And the temp gauge is stuck at 210. It's got some gas in it. Doesn't smell like gas in here. The interior's actually pretty good. No headliner. But yeah, that's evicted. You've been evicted. All of you. Assholes. It's like he's just been storing shit in here. But it doesn't look terrible. Like if you look in the back seat back there, and it's pretty clean. So yeah, we'll let it sit. We'll clean up and get on out of here. I did not see this side. This side is much worse. With the, oh fuck. There's another wasp nest. I'm not too happy about them. They're not too happy about me being here. Oh, I need to get my eviction notice. They're right there. I had to put my sniper barrel on there because I don't want to get too close. And they're done. There's another one that flew away, but you're evicted. You aren't wanted here. Be gone. I think I grounded them. All right. No more surprises. All right, yeah, this door's gone. It's got holes drilled in it and rust. But this seat looks pretty good. It's all power stuff. Oh, this door opens. No more surprise wasp nest. Oh, hello. You're welcome to hang out. I'd appreciate it if you didn't jump on me. Oh, he wants to live in there. Buddy. Oh, he's gone forever. All right. So yeah, the body's pretty clean. It's just the doors. My doors are pretty rusty. Like, oh, there's some stuff coming through right there. The frame is pretty good. It's still got the stock exhaust. This thing's savable. Tires still hold air, which is crazy. I mean, thing's only been sitting for a couple of years. So, I didn't shut. Alright. Well, here it's going to sit for the next 24 hours. I'll be back here tomorrow in the morning, and we'll see if it rotates. I'm going to bring some other special tools. Try to get it out of here. It's all kinds of stuff in the way. But, yeah. I'm going to continue to ask him if he wants to sell it to me, because I want him to sell it to me. But yeah, I'm gonna have to let it sit, let that stuff cook, and hopefully it frees up, and maybe we got to spin a motor tomorrow. Well, it's the next day and we're back, and if you look up, it rained, wet, everything's wet. It's great. Someone's doing a burnout. Floored, I guess. Anyway, here it is. We'll take the plugs out, evaluate the situation, and put a thing on the crank and try to spin it. So let's see what's going on. So this is exactly why I took the plugs out. Water, everything's wet. Even my mat that I used to lay on last night or yesterday is wet. Everything's wet, so it's pretty cool. So let's bust those plugs out. See if this thing will spin. Here's my current predicament. Rain. All right, it just stopped raining. So moment of truth. I put this down here on the crank, and we're gonna see if this thing will spin over. Nope. It is, as everyone else would say, locked up. So that's a bust for now. It needs a motor or the starter's binding it up, but I need to bring a jack, some jack stands, jack it up, get underneath it, take the starter out. Maybe put a pry bar on the flywheel, see if I can get it to spin that way. Maybe I do need to pop the valve cover off and see if anything under there is going on. So we'll be back when it's not rainy and miserable outside. So it'll be like 5 seconds for you, but a couple days for me. All right, today we start this video underneath this truck, and let me just tell you, it is not the cleanest. It's got big old rust holes in the floor pan, if you can see back there. And I'm about to take the starter out so I can access the flywheel. It's still stuck. I haven't tried today, but I'm sure it's still stuck. I'm thinking maybe the starter might be the cause, binding it up in there, but I doubt it. I think this motor's junk. But anyway, we'll get there when we get there. Let's take the starter out. Starter's easy enough to get to. It's just that bolt, and there's one that comes in this way, right over here on the bottom, and then the starter should just plop out. All right, so the starter's out of it. Didn't see anything weird with it, so I assume it's still gonna be locked up. But the Marvel Mr. Oil has had 48 hours to cook in the cylinder, so I can only hope that maybe, just maybe, it loosened the motor up. But I'm gonna take the plugs out for the last time and see if I can, see if it'll spin. I'm not hopeful. See, I'm down there and I'm trying to pry this, and it's just not prying. That's just tightening the fucking bolt. This motor's garbage. Yep, so I'm gonna go inside and see if he'll take like $200 because this motor's junk and it's gonna need a new one. I'm gonna have to pull it home, do all that stuff. So I'm gonna see what he says, but if he says no, then you guys won't even see this. But if he says yes, then you will. But yeah, so let's go talk to him. So we're able to make a deal. I picked this thing up for next to nothing. And so when I put a motor in it, it'll be still next to nothing, and hopefully it won't give me a whole bunch of issues after that, but it'll be a cool little off-road toy, maybe a little daily or something if I get the AC to work. But yeah, pretty cool. So it's a day or so later, and as you can see behind me, an interesting turn of events has happened. I bought another one. I don't know how that math is mathing, but one Jeep turned into two. But now I own two. This one has a good motor, a 6-inch lift, came with 2 sets of 33s, and I picked this one up also for next to nothing. It's more rusty, but it runs. That's all that really matters. And yeah, so I think we're gonna take the good parts off the black one, which is over there on the other side of the house, and put them on this one and make one good one. So we'll start a little walk around on this thing. It came with these whole wheels here, these bead locks that are completely rusted out. This is like the best one, and the worst one is, yeah, as you can see, it gets worse and worse. The bead locks are just, fake bead locks are just gone. These are crumbling. It's just, these wheels are about to bust in half. The other one's back here, but it has a whole set of these. One of them's debeaded. The tire's still good though. It's full interior. Obviously it was some mud off-road truck, but we can make it pretty nice. It's got crank windows, muddy interior that needs to clean desperately. And yeah, so I think we can make this thing way nicer than the other one. The only problem with this truck is this. That is the carpet from inside. It has some pretty severe floorboard rust issues from water leaking in here or mud getting in there and no one cleaning it. So junk, it stinks like ass in there. So all that carpet's coming out. I'm gonna fix the floor pans and then this will be a good truck. Anyway, last night I got back with it. After I brought the other one home in the morning, I was like, well, we need a motor. So I hopped on my best friend, Facebook Marketplace, and I found a motor, and it was in a Jeep. And it was for the same price as a motor. So I was like, I get a lift, tires, and a motor for the price of a motor. So, of course, I went and bought it. It was in Miami. Didn't get home till like 8 o'clock last night. So we did all that. But it wouldn't start when we got home, but it drove on the trailer. You just cranking, it would sputter. So I hopped on the old interwebs and figured out what the heck that was. And it seems to be either there's a distributor pickup sensor or a cam or crank sensor. And I just got both of them. Gonna put both of them in. Hopefully that'll fix our crank no spark. So, because I had fuel, no spark. So we're gonna get that hooking real quick. I'm gonna show you where it is and how to do it. And we're gonna see if it runs after that. So cross your fingers. So underneath the distributor cap here is the rotor, which is right there. This just pulls right off. This just pulls right off like that. And you set it over here on the battery. And then this is your capture that I think is bad. This is what I think is bad. It looks newer, but I'm not sure. So we're gonna go ahead and just replace it anyway. And yeah, hopefully this is the problem. The new one just sets right there. You can see, brand new. I don't know if this one's new or not. It looks the same as the one I put in there. So I can only assume that it is the same exact thing, just newer. I don't know. We'll see. This is all kinds of gobbly bullshit here. But yeah, so let's get that screw back on there and see if it starts. Well, it definitely won't start with this, so make sure you put this back on too. That one on there like that. Flunk. Make sure it's all the way down when you push it down, or it won't start. All right, it's all back on there. Let's go get the key and see if it cranks. Another thing, they got this ghetto thing right here for the fuel pump. I gotta get a relay. But you do that and the fuel pump jumps. Fuel pump's running. You gotta come over here. Now you can crank it. Nothing. Not a damn fucking thing. Oh, this next thing's gonna be difficult as hell to show you, but all the way down there next to that blue plate, there's a plug. I don't know if I can get it to focus down there, but there's a plug right there. Right there. That's the crank sensor. So I'm gonna reach down there and replace that real quick. And we'll try this again. Well, you can see what I'm doing. There's the new crank sensor dangling right there, and it goes up there. Right there where those two bolt holes are, there and there. So yeah, and I'm having to reach past all the rusted floorboards and garbage to get to it. So let's get it done. Oh, holy crap. It's running like shit, but it runs. So in conclusion, it runs, but not good. It's got terrible gas in it, but that's not the point. The point is I think it needs an ECU, because you're supposed to go on, off, on, off, on, off, on. The key, check engine light will flash, and it would never do that. So I got pissed and just did the key on and off like 50 times. Eventually the check engine light came on, and then the fuel pump primed and then shut off, and then it fired up. I don't know. Don't ask me how, but it did. So I think it needs an ECU. So I'm gonna order one of those. The only other thing I can think might happen is the ignition switch is bad, but I don't know. But it runs. Let me show you. So when you turn the key on, check engine light right here comes on. This, I don't know if you guys can see that. It went off. See? hit the check engine, and then you can hear the fuel pump prime. Let's listen. I don't know if you can hear that, but it primed, and then it runs. It's got damn good oil pressure too. All right, so in conclusion, I bought 2 piles of crap. One barely runs, one's locked up. We're gonna make one good one out of it. Thanks for watching the first episode, guys, and I will be making a part 2 with this soon of me probably making this one better and showing you more. I gotta rip all the interior out. I'm gonna change the front ends. I'm gonna change some fenders, a door. I don't know, we'll see. Probably the hatch too. They're both rusty. Some are better than others, but yeah, we're making a good one out of them. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.